let's make a bubble letter cookie using icing transfers. There are 3 words or phrases that are included in the free template. You can download it below, that you are going to use to create this icing transfer. I'm doing as if here. My favorite was definitely whatever, probably in order it went whatever, as if, and then dude. I thought dude was going to turn out way better, but I don't know. It just didn't look right to me. Probably was my own impatience, if we're being honest. They're all going to follow the same steps. So you're going to start off by outlining it in black. The key to outlining this is taking your time. And I did not say this, I really should have. Grabbing some parchment paper, putting it over your template that you're looking to do. It's really great if you have white parchment paper. I have the unbleached parchment paper. I'm not going to change that. I buy it in like sheets, so it's flat for my pan and then whatever. But if you have white parchment paper, you're going to see your stencil better. And then you're just going to outline everything following your template down below. And I like to go over it twice. So I'm going to outline everything and then I'm going to come back and do it again because I want a really heavy black edge. And if you get dots, you'll see I have dots from where I like start and end sometimes. It's really not an issue here. And any of the spots that are on their own, like that, the A line that's in the middle of the A, you can go over that 3 or 4 times just so you aren't losing it. And that is, I think, particularly important when it comes to the dude one, because we want to have those lines really stand out. And going back to having kind of blobby edges, my if looks that way, it's gonna work out fine. This is a very forgiving icing transfer when it comes to a little blobbiness because we're making bubble letters. And what are bubble letters? What are bubble letters if not a little blobby? So then I gave this a little bit of dry time. I went and filled in my dude, I filled in my whatever, and then I'm gonna come in. And by a little bit of dry time, I mean this hasn't crusted over. It hasn't fully dried, but it is going to have a little bit more of a rigid edge. So then I'm going to come in with my blue and I'm going to kind of fill in without trying to overflow. So this is going to be a little different from when you're filling in a cookie because you can be a little bit more free with it. We want to try and keep this edge line showing, so we don't want to overflow it. And that's also why I say any of these lines that are going into the letters, if you want to add a 3rd or a 4th kind of layer to them, do it, because they're going to be so easy to lose, especially if you get a little heavy-handed when it comes to your icing that you're adding on. I mean, the plus side is this is an icing transfer, so you could make like 20 of these and then just choose the ones that look the best. If you screw up 19 and you just need one, cool, you had one and it worked out great. And you're going to fill in each of these sections. The hardest letters in my mind were the R in whatever, the F in as if, and the D's. The D's were really difficult. You'll see my dude it's just not looking that great. For whatever reason, whatever seemed to work the best for this. I don't know why, but as if was also a great standout. Once these are filled in, you want to keep them flat and level. You don't want to bump them a lot. You just want to move them somewhere else out of your workspace, whatever. Let them dry completely. They will need to be fully dry so that you can literally just peel them right off your parchment paper. They really shouldn't leave anything behind. And while they're drying, actually no, change this. I did a little different approach on this cookie, so I'm not going to say while they're drying. I'm going to say once they're dry, let's come and decorate your cookie. Now, you can do this a few different ways, but I liked it this way. I haven't taught it this way before, and it works particularly on this cookie. So what I'm doing is I'm laying down a white base, and what I normally do is say, hey, get your base completely dried and then add your icing transfer. I keep saying image transfer. Then add your icing transfer, putting icing on the back of it so it'll stick on. And that's because we have some heavily saturated colors when it comes to the black, and it can leach, that saturation can leach into the white here. But we're gonna make this look a little bit more like a composition notebook. Almost said composite notebook. A composition notebook, and it has black on it, so if it looks a little bleeded, it's totally fine. So we're actually going to put our icing transfer directly onto this wet cookie. One thing I will say, because I made the mistake on my I think it was my as if cookie. I put it on very, very wet and it overflowed. So this is one cookie where you don't need to put on as much icing because you're going to put some pressure on top of it. Anywho, we outlined the cookie, we filled it in with white, and then I'm coming in with my black and I'm just going to do some like doodle doddles around. There's no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing this or anything like that, but I am going to leave the center kind of blank because I don't need black there, because that's where I'm going to put my icing transfer. Now the as if, you are going to want to do like a line down the center. You can see I added a line down the center here. And what I should have done is let this dry like a little bit, because I was cocky and I added a little bit too much icing to it. So I should have let it dry just slightly, just set up a little bit before I dropped on, but whatever, right? Bubble cookie looks great. Check out all 5 cookies from the 90s Doodles collection and give them a try. If you do, please tag me literally anywhere online or email me.